It's 10:30 at night, and I'm in the Winn-Dixie parking lot because somewhere around 6 o'clock, I must have fallen asleep. So we're going to hustle over to Bass Pro Shop and go chill there. Maybe sleep. I'm tired right now, but we'll see. Alright, good evening everyone. It's around 11 o'clock at night. There's a few rigs here. Some really cool, like overlander looking rigs. One ProMaster full RV was here. I think it's been here for a few days, but parked in the same spot with their sliding door open. Their lights were on inside when I pulled in, so, and they're one level down, so Bass Pro Shop has to be aware of them, so I don't know exactly what's going on over there. I guess Waddles has had his fill. Cats are eating and making a mess. I am going to go back and lay in the bed. I'm a little groggy. We'll see if I fall asleep. If I fall asleep, great. If I don't, I'll get up and record one more video and maybe watch my next movie that I need to watch for my 31 Days of Halloween. She's back, everybody. Grabel's back. It's about 2:30 in the morning, and I tried this trick that I thought it was way too late to work. They say put your cat's cat litter out as a familiar scent to allure them back. So I'm parked close to where I was parked when she left the first time, and I took a small bowl and put a little bit of cat litter in because I didn't think it was really going to work, so I didn't put her entire litter box out. And I've been asleep for a couple hours. I left my passenger door of my van open with my partition to the back closed, so I heard a bunch of noise, and when I popped up, she basically was coming through the top up here, because this is just a little curtain. Hopefully that doesn't mean she figures it out and comes in and out from that spot. I don't have a way to really fix that. So she was at the top trying to figure out how to get all the way in, so I popped up and I grabbed her, pulled her in, and we got her back. I never really wanted to give up, and I just couldn't not keep coming back here trying to find her. We have her, everyone. Look at her. She looks so sleepy though. She's already eaten some cat food and used the litter box. Oh girl, I'm so happy to have you back. So happy to have you back. Oh. You happy, Waddles? I know, she hissed at you when she came in, but that's normal. This is the happiest day I've had. Every day since she's been gone, no matter what's happened, good or whatever, I was just like, I traded all just to get my baby back. There she is. Oh baby. Oh baby. I'm so happy to have you back. This was a yappy ramble video, but it came with a happy ending. You guys have a good night, and never give up hope. Never give up hope. That's all I can say. I just about, tonight I was telling myself that, this is the last time. This is the only thing I can do. After this, I guess I just accept it, I messed up and my baby's gone. I really didn't really expect to see her crawling through my partition. I did not expect that at all. Well, good morning, everyone. I slept pretty good. I was a little excited. I mean, Grabel's back. How many of you out there thought we'd ever see her again? I mean, it's been days. We came back in last night. I didn't even tell anybody that I was going to put the litter out because I didn't want to get our hopes up. I overslept, so I didn't get here till late. So I put the litter out around 11. Went to the back of the van. Fell right to sleep, really. And I heard a ruckus, and I actually woke up and looked this time. And coming over the top of my divider right here is Grabel trying to pull herself through. I immediately jump up, grab her, pull her through, and just hold on to her for dear life. Whatever happens now, today, it's a good day regardless. But I also don't want to even be away from the cats for a minute, so I am probably just going to stay in the van today. I'm going to go post up. Well, I'm going to post up until it's time to get paid, and then I'm going to get some groceries and stuff. I think that's what we're going to do. It'll save some gas anyway, because if I went back to where my storage is and the gym is and stuff, that takes some gas. So I think what we'll do is we'll just spend the day on this side, and then we'll get working on that battery divider tomorrow morning, laundry tomorrow morning, and shower and all that stuff at the gym tomorrow morning. I work tomorrow night. We'll get all that stuff done and we'll be good to go. We do need to get into some sun. Hopefully we get a little bit today, because we're pretty close to just 20% on the batteries. I had the AC running. The reason I fell asleep, I think, is because in the Winn-Dixie parking lot, I had the AC running, and I was just going to run it until we got down to 25%. We were at like 29 at the time, and man, I went right to sleep, and I slept good for those few hours too. And I woke up and I looked over, and in my mind, still thinking it was just fan mode. And as I heard the compressor kick on, and I was like, oh no! So checked the battery charge, and we're still above 20, but it's just, I was like, oh no, so I turned it all off. So it wasn't quite as fun in the van last night. I mean, I had the fan running. It was 70 for the most part last night, a little bit above 70. But if I would have just even had fan mode running, it would have been a more relaxing sleep. But it doesn't matter. I have all 4 of my cats again, and I'm off today, and I get paid today. So let's not complain about anything for a while. Let's pull out. Now, to be honest, my first thought wasn't that Grabel was back when I heard that noise. Since I had the front passenger door open, I was like, oh no, someone's trying to steal my tools. So I woke up in a panic at first. And look at the size of this rig. I think this rig has been here a couple times, or I've at least passed it while I was over at Walmart. Class A, slide out with a pull behind. Yeah, this lady's living the life. She's sipping her coffee. Over here, we have a nice Mercedes build out. Signal booster. He's got his phones. This guy here has been here for, I think, coming up on a week. That's what I like. I like the ProMasters like that. ProMaster in place of this van wouldn't be bad. I do like the shape of a Chevy van's my thing. The shape of a classic van. But a high top, it doesn't need to be those severe high tops either. A high top vehicle when you're going to be living in it. Like if you're just camping, or you're one of those people that is just in the van to sleep, van like this, any van is fine. But if you're like me and you legitimately want to make this as like your residence, and even when I was living in an apartment or a house, I know happy. I was a homebody, right? I would sit at home, play video games, watch movies, you know, enjoy being in the house. Now, partly because that's how I've always been, you know. I'm just that kid that grew up that way. But also because, you know, you got to watch your money because you can't afford to go out all the time. You won't be having any place to live. So, a high top or a box truck, those are the two things that would be great to have. But ended up just going into Walmart using the facilities here. Made the mistake of using the front one just because I was in a hurry. And then I guess this time of day everyone's waiting on you, so felt like being at a fair at one of those outhouses, you know. I will say I gotta kind of be careful in here. Looks like one of the people who were either team leads or an assistant manager when I was working over at the remodel crew, she's transferred over here now. So I thought I saw her the last time I was here. This time walking in the restroom, I saw her. I don't know if she saw me or not. I tried not to really be noticed, but she was right next to customer service, which is right next to the bathrooms. So it's not that, you know, I mind seeing someone in there and stuff. It's that, you know, I use this parking lot, and she puts two and two together. This will stop being a place that I can chill at and be away from the other side of town where I actually work and stuff. So I will say, while I was in there, they were running the auto scrubber, and it was leaving a big trail of water, and they were panicking. They were on the intercom, and they were calling this other guy, and he got there. He couldn't really figure out what was going on. I was kind of minding my business, but I've been working on that machine enough, and I have enough Ford machine experience, but I've worked on that auto scrubber enough and everything that I know pretty much everything that could go wrong with it. And I finally told him, it's like, it sounds like you got something underneath, and it actually looks like it might have thrown a pad. So this guy, he didn't seem like the swiftest person in the world, but he looked underneath. He goes, "Oh, that's the problem." And he pulled out, and basically one of the scrubbing pads had fallen and got stuck on the squeegee behind. It was basically stopping the squeegee from sucking the water up, and it was just leaving the water everywhere. And then I was like, this might call attention to me, so time to move on. We are starting to get a charge. It's only like 0.5, but let me try to get this thing angled where it faces the sun. The solar panels face the sun a little bit more direct. Sun's over here. I'm not quite angled where I want to be. The parking lot drapes this way, but as the sun comes up, it should hit me pretty good. Hope so anyway. There's just no lot that's going this way. Everything kind of slopes this way, and it goes on for a while, so. Okay, don't know what I'm gonna do yet, so I'll catch you guys up in a little bit. All right, change of plans, guys. I didn't want to stay in that Walmart parking lot today, so we're back over at that cool park. We're the only ones here right now. It's nice and breezy here. It is more overcast. I don't know if it's on this side or just happened when I pulled away. So we got no sun coming into the van, which is parked right over there. I did dump some trash, and I got to clean out the van. Long story short, but there's litter in the front section of the van. I need to vacuum up. So I'm going to edit some videos and maybe get some watch time done. Depends on how crazy it gets over here. It's really cool. They've got this little walkway thing over here that we might check out a little later. I'm not sure what that's about. Looks like it goes down to the water. I don't know if this water's connected to the Cahaba River. Side note, I did check out that space that I saw yesterday where the cars were parking to go into the park. Apparently it's called the Cahaba River Park, and it's got about 4 acres of property, and it's supposed to have dog walking stuff, supposed to be really shaded and everything. That might be a good spot for us to spend one of our days, you know, park there, go take a tour of that park. My leg is feeling a lot better, that pinched nerve, so I still feel it, but it's not hurting. Like, I've been walking around and not really realizing it, so I think we're about ready to start getting some park walks in. All right, let me do some editing and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. 6th movie for my 31 days of Halloween, and this time it's a good one. The Void. All right, everyone, I'm still at this park. A couple people have come and go, but it's been really peaceful out here. I don't want to overstay my welcome, but I am waiting to get paid. And as always, whenever you're waiting on it, my money hasn't dropped yet, so I still need to get paid. I did find something interesting, though. That outlet does indeed work, so hopefully that's not against the rules or whatever, but I'm charging the jackery. And you have no idea how tempted I am to charge the van. I don't have a long enough extension cord, but if I knew they'd let me, I'd come here and plug in like an hour a day on my days off, because the van's right there. Closest I could get is right there, though. But I checked on the cats. Everyone's doing fine. It's cool in the van right now. I have the front windows down because that partition's closed, and everyone's just asleep, snoozing. So I'm happy to have all 4 babies together again. The weather's mild. It's really overcast, so I'm not sure how much charge we're going to end up with. I'm not using anything right now. That's why I'm going ahead and charging the jackery, though. Well, I take it back. I do have my cooler going, so a nice cold Coke Zero. Caught up on editing my videos for my other channel, and now I need to go in and chop the yappy mess of this channel to start making some more future videos. But boy, not looking forward to that one. It's a lot of emotional stuff going on, plus in those videos, plus I yapped a lot. All right, everyone, we did get paid. I mean, it's not as much as I would like, but we did get paid. Took some time to pay the bills here, and you know, we still got some money for groceries and stuff like that. And I am going to be pretty careful with how I spend, even though I'm still going to not have as much as I'd like to hold on to. Isn't that the way of the world? But I don't really feel like going to Walmart right now, so I think we're going to pull out here, and we'll see where I end up next. I forgot to mention, it did rain here. It's really misty rain, and my window's down, but didn't really affect much. But it's still a misty rain right now. Probably going to be humid later, but let me go fix something. Yeah, I just noticed it when I was pulling away, but we better fix that. Don't want these nice books to get... Oh boy. See if I can find something to stop that. Maybe this stick will be enough. Yeah, that's a little better, so maybe these books won't get soaked. All right, let's go. I am glad to see that somebody filled that book box up. I was going to, but it's nice to see. I actually really like this little park. It's so small. Hope people don't have a problem with me being here. Basically, since it started sprinkling, there was nobody really hanging out here, so I was able to sit. Jackery's charged to 100% now. I should have charged my phones earlier. I should have charged my phones earlier, but I'm just happy my cat's back. We got paid finally. Handled some bills. All right, everyone. We are actually back in the Walmart parking lot, but like I said, I'm not in the mood to go inside and grocery shop right now. I do have to get the cat some wet cat food this evening, though, so we'll probably have to go in the evening. But I did make a stop. I picked up some McDonald's. And in case you guys didn't know, I guess Monopoly's back as well, so Man, Monopoly's been running a long time at McDonald's, I'll tell you that. I remember, I want to say it was high school days when I was doing the Monopoly stuff. That was when I was really trying too. I'm gonna get rich. So what I got was 2 McDoubles, because you got to buy one, get one for $1. So I got that. And then they had a deal if you bought a drink any size. Yeah, if you get a drink any size, you get a fry. No, if you bought a fry any size, you get a drink any size for 49 cents or something like that. So that's what I did. I got a large fry, large Coke, and 2 McDoubles. So I'm gonna go to the back of the van. I'm gonna chill with the cats and probably kind of formulate what kind of items I want to get in the grocery store. I kind of don't want to get a ton of stuff. Like, I think I want to get something like, you know, bread and lunch meat, just in case I run out of money, and then kind of place stuff, unless I buy anything bulk wise, right? But like, then just kind of place stuff day by day. I've got all the time in the world when I get off work, and I can walk into these places and get a little something, rather than have it all stored in my cooler and worry about the cooler, you know, going out and stuff like that. So I'm thinking drinks, bread, lunch meat, and then the cat stuff, because buying in bulk for the cats, the wet cat food and the bag of dry cat food and kitty litter, that's a smart move. All right, you guys already saw that I got my Coke. So now we're gonna crack out the big dogs. Fries, a little Monopoly piece on that. I think the drink has 2. My fault, because I took a while, but still kind of warm. Crisp on the outside, potato on the inside. Let me see. Good amount of salt. I like more, but that's more than some of the other places do. Got 2 of these. 1 napkin. Let's see. This is the McDouble. Got a lot of cheese action going on there. That's nostalgic goodness right there. All right, everyone. I'm going to eat this, watch my next 31 Days of Halloween movie, and I'll catch up with you tonight. All right, got another 12-pack of Coke Zero. We're down to 4 cans, I think. Hey, Waddles. You get more bang for the buck. It doesn't have as much gravy, but I got the 32-pack. I got pate this time. I think they like pate, so they just really like the juices. Got myself my grapefruits. It's a better deal in these bags like this. I like fruit in general, but I like grapefruit. It tends to satisfy, especially when I get warm in the van. Okay, got a loaf of bread. Pack of hot dog buns, because got some brats. I think that'll work good in my warmer. I like brats with just mustard, so I don't have to do as much. Got a big old thing of ham. That's our making sure we have food for 2 weeks deal. This is only $1, so I'm calling it my emergency burrito. Oh, not these. All right. These are $2. These will go with my brats. If I get hungry tonight, I'm going to make some brats. So sharp white cheddar. They had a few different new flavors. So I'll figure $2. That's $1 cheaper than my bag of Doritos that I got last time. They're almost out of treats, and Grabel loves treats. Got shrimp flavor. Now, Beeble doesn't really like shrimp flavor, so if I have to get a pack of chicken, I'll get those at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And I got some face soap. I've been out, and I absolutely love using this stuff on my face for showers. All right, now all that Now, I don't know if you're ready for this, because I kind of wasn't. This is with my discount and everything. $62.03 for that stuff. Granted, 24 of it was the cat food that's going to last for a month. But goodness. And that's with my discount. Save $6.33 because I work for Walmart. But you know how I was like, oh, I'm going to be frugal, and you know, I might only get stuff to survive in the van and get stuff from day to day. That day to day might be shrunk up. Now, there's also something else that I did, and I absolutely need this. It sounds weird, but I do. These were on sale, and with my 10% off, I actually got them at $59 even. And I don't necessarily like the orange on them, but the only thing that keeps me sane when I'm at the gym, especially when I'm at work, is being able to put my earbud in, listen to music or my podcasts and stuff, and just tune everything out. Because the last couple days, I lost one earbud, if you guys recall in my previous video, at work, and then I lost another one at the gym. So, and this is the second time I've lost an earbud. Well, actually, no, the first time one earbud went out and I finally lost the right one, but I had that one for years. Same brand. I always get the Skull Candy Sesh. The ones on Amazon actually didn't have the orange. I would prefer them with no orange, but I get 10% off at Walmart. I get them right now, so I'll have them for tomorrow night without having to worry if they're going to make it in time. So I'll charge these up, but I mean, that's something I could have not done and had a little extra money, but I'm going to forego a couple things I was thinking about getting just so I can afford these. All right, one more quick stop. Well, one of two more quick stops here. This is actually their favorite brand of catnip. The rest of it's okay, but this one cracks them out good. Now, the reason I got that catnip is because the cats, mostly Beemo and Waddles, are hissing at Grabel because of all the strange smell she has on her. I looked it up. It's a thing, and I'm hoping maybe if I put the catnip down, they like to roll in it. Maybe that'll get some of the other smells off of them, and maybe they'll be a little bit more acclimated. You're really supposed to wash them and all this other stuff, but you know, I'm in a van. I don't really have the ability to really do anything like that. They're not doing too bad. They know to tolerate. They just kind of steer clear of each other right now, but trying to expedite that. And I got myself a couple of those tall can Cokes that I like, and you saw everything else in the video. One more stop, and then we're done for the night until it's bedtime. Hey, I got this, and it makes those drinks 89 cents, so I'm going to use them while I can. Beverage acquired. Chilled at Food Giant for a little bit. Now it's time to head over to Bass Pro. I think this is where we're going to close it out. I am parked at Bass Pro Shop. I'm going to watch one more horror movie after midnight, so I can count it as my day 7. That ProMaster that's been here for many days is still here, and so is that Class A. So I feel like maybe they have some maintenance scheduled at Bass Pro, because I don't know why else you would be here day and night for multiple days without, you know, being asked to leave, is what I'm thinking. But not really my business either. Let's see if they're here in the morning, I suppose, just for funsies. I had a great day. Being surprised with Grabel coming home and being at that park and finding some things. If I had one complaint, it's that I needed more sunlight for charging the batteries. Other than that, it was a good time. We got paid. We have some groceries. We have some things. We're doing better today than we did yesterday, and that's an important thing. So I guess the lesson is to never give up hope and just keep moving forward. Until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal signing off.